Super. Well, welcome, guys. What is today? The 10th, December 10th. Yeehaw. Lisa and I are going to run this call because Allie and AJ are off at the bar. Just kidding. They're at a basketball game for their husband, so they have to go. You started the recording. Good deal. We're good to go. All right. So tonight we're going to hear from two awesome ladies, Lexi and Megan. And I have the privilege of working with both of them at Stormont. So that's how I met them. They're both respiratory therapists, and they'll tell you more about their stories. But we'll start with Lexi and her product story, because it's really awesome. So take it away, girl.
All right, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. So I have a pretty good, awesome product story. So I worked with Rachel and Megan. Megan probably started with Juice Plus maybe like 6 months ahead of me. And so she kind of convinced me to try it, and especially for my daughter, who's now 2.5. We started with her on it with the gummies. She had a lot of dairy allergies as a baby, which is like really rare. She was on some super expensive formula and was just miserable forever. And she finally had cleared her allergy testing at the age of 2, so back in May. And then we started Juice Plus in July because she was still on all these medications to help her poop. We were doing, over the counter and prescription laxatives and suppositories, daily, and she was just in pain all the time. And I just hated giving her all these chemicals. We'd been doing this for pretty much her whole life. So 2 years full of chemical laxatives to make her go to the bathroom. And so I'm like, okay, well, it's not going to hurt. So she started in July, and I think over the first month that she was on the gummies, we were able to wean off all of her laxatives, which was amazing. She could go to the bathroom every day, multiple times a day, healthy bowel movements without screaming in pain, and I was just wowed by it. It's great that she just needs those gummies every day and all those vitamins and fiber, and I don't have to give her any drugs to make her go to the bathroom. And she's a much happier girl now, and she likes some fruits and vegetables way more than her brother does, because I haven't quite convinced him to take them yet. He's a little hit and miss, but she's my awesome story. She is developing better. I mean, you just can't imagine the pain a 2-year-old is in when they can't go to the bathroom, and even younger than that, before Juice Plus, she just wasn't developing as a normal child should. And so now she's doing great, and she's going to be on Juice Plus for life.
Super. I love it, Lexi. That's so awesome. And I mean, when you can't poop, it is a really big deal. And like you said, for a 2-year-old, that's horrible to hear your kid screaming in pain. So that's awesome. In 1 month, you could get rid of all that stuff when you thought you had resorted to a life of all those laxatives every day. So awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, Megan, you're up next. You want to unmute yourself? Go for it.
Hey, so I'm going to share, I guess, my business stories. So Rachel, I worked with her in the ICU at Stormont, and I started the business when I started the product, and I really wasn't aware of what opportunity great opportunity I was joining, and the community is just great. Before I said yes, so I knew that I needed more fruits and vegetables in my diet, working as much as I do, and searching for something simple yet healthy to add to my diet. Hold on a second, I wrote some stuff down, but it's not really. But anyway, so I didn't really share a lot of Juice Plus at the beginning when I started in March until probably like August, when I got more and more inspired. Like, I'm going to go to conference, it's going to happen for me. So after going to conference, I feel more and more inspired to share Juice Plus, and the income possibilities with this company is just like truly limitless. And the more I put into Juice Plus and sharing Juice Plus, is the more I'm going to get out of it. So I currently work 3 jobs between 4 and 6 12-hour shifts. So conference definitely showed me that there's a better way to live life than doing that. A life where I get to share health and wellness with people and earn an income doing so, and like live outside of a hospital and be around a great community of people that just love me and support me and want to see me do the best I can do. So I'm so thankful for this community, and I'm excited to see where my business is going to go. Like, I'm not really that far along, but I see the opportunity, like, for it to be just huge in my life. So.
Yay, thank you for sharing. I love it. See, if you'd never joined, we wouldn't have Sunny at conference to dance with.
Yeah, I was just meant to be a Sunny.
All right, Lisa, I'll let you take it away from here if you like.
All right. Well, I just wanted to check in with everyone and just to start to see if anyone had any questions that they wanted answered or wanted the input from the group. So if you have any questions, you can feel free to unmute yourself and ask away.
Does anybody have any events over the weekend they want to share? Any fun things they did? Robin?
I can share. So yesterday, AJ and I went to Axtell, and we got to hang out for the afternoon with, well, gosh, what, 4 or 5 of our other team members up there who are really kicking ass. So that was awesome. And then today I did a soup in a jar exchange, which I had no idea how that was going to go because I just didn't know how you judge how much soup does everybody bring and how much do they take. And so what I did was, and several of my friends that came are not shredders. They're not vegan at all. So they were not excited about doing vegan stuff. So they did like a turkey vegetable soup and stuff, but totally dairy-free, gluten-free, still healthy. And I just had everybody make a double batch, and then everybody filled a jar of each different kind of soup, and we had 6 different kinds of soups. And then people had stuff left over of their own soup too. But the exciting part about it was Heather's CrossFit coach and his wife are like jumping on the bandwagon, and they're part owners in their gym, and they've already signed somebody else up this weekend. So because we did this soup thing today, we got a chance to talk more about the business. And so I think that Brenda is going to be interested in signing up as a rep, and hopefully we're going to start promoting it at their CrossFit gym. So not only did I get a bunch of soup, we had a productive afternoon. And next weekend we're doing the holiday ball exchange. So everybody who's around here, I expect you to come. It's going to be amazing.
Love it. Yes, I'm totally coming to the ball exchange. Well, that's awesome. That sounds like a fun weekend, fun-filled weekend. Anybody else have any fun things they did? Fun events? No?
Well, I can share the fun events that I did last weekend. So what we were trying to do here in Manitowoc, we just, we've been doing this business consistently, Justin and I, for about 1.5 years. And so we're kind of like, we feel like we went through that Facebook list. We've talked to most, people we know. Of course, there's more people that we should continue to reach out to, but we're like, we just want to get outside of the people that we've already talked to. So we were just trying to brainstorm, what can we do to get out there and meet more people? So Justin decided to do a vendor fair, and that was awesome. He, hooked up our time, transported our tower garden, which I was not too happy about because we just got it. So I was so worried that something was going to happen to it. But he watched some YouTube videos, got some PVC piping, and figured out a way to get it there safely. And that was just awesome because he, it was a really good vendor fair and had a lot of traffic. So he, met with a lot of people. Do you kind of want to talk a little bit?
Sure.
He's right here.
Yeah, it was the very first one, and it was awesome. I actually signed up late. I didn't know until 2 days before if I was even going, and I was actually on the verge of just saying, oh, well, we didn't miss it, or we didn't get it. And I think I actually had the best spot because the way the vendor fair was set up, people had to walk by me twice. They had to walk by me once to get to the big open area, and then they had to walk by me again to get out the front door because they only let them go out one. It was at a school, so they let them go out one way. And once I got everything up, I don't remember like having a break. I think I went to the bathroom about 2:30 in the afternoon. It started at 8 in the morning. And it was awesome. And it was totally like I didn't know what to say for the first 45 minutes. When people came by, a couple people walked by, and I just kind of was like, shoot, you know. But then once I just kind of like relaxed and realized what I'm sharing, I mean, I was pulling people as they thought they were going to walk by and kind of got them back. And, you know, so it was really awesome. It was one of those things like I got 7 new Facebook friends from it. You know, and a couple of people that were starting some conversations that led to conversations with other people. You know, so now I know there's a constant drip going on with them. And they went to the last Facebook party, some of them did, on Monday, and we're going to invite the other ones to the one that's coming up. So it was really cool. It was something that, you know, Juice Plus isn't necessarily out, you know, go to all the craft and vendor fairs, but it's something you can do. The Tower Garden really drew a lot of people in, you know, just wanting to see what it was, you know, and then, you know, that was an easy conversation to transition back over. But it was cool. It was, you know, definitely out of our comfort zone. And I think I got 2 hours of sleep the night before trying to build my transportation device to not ruin the Tower Garden, but it all worked out and we got it there and back and it still works. So we're good to go.
And then the other thing that we decided to do was to really think about how we can reach people in our community. So we decided that we're going to do a monthly event at our public library. Our library has like a toddler story time, well, not toddler, but, you know, a story time, family time on Saturday morning. So we have booked up the library. It's a room right kind of next door to the kids section. And I'm really proud of the name. Ready for it? It's Healthy Hacks for Happy Homes. So every month we're going to have our own theme for, you know, and really focus on bringing value to the families. And it's pretty much like our one simple change, you know, just making, you know, giving the education and then doing a fun activity for the families. And then we'll always be sharing Juice Plus within that presentation. But we're really focusing on, you know, come and hear, you know, how to make life easier. So the first one that we did was last weekend, and we really just talked about holiday treats and how to make healthy holiday treats, and you know, how sugar reduces the immune system. And so then we like had some recipes of, you know, things from the Shred Cookbook. And what we did to get people interactive was we had them sign up if they wanted the recipes. So we did not have the recipes available. We said, here, give us your email and we will send those recipes to you. And then we'll also let you know, when the details of the next one. So it's something we're going to do consistently. So we're going to be the first weekend of every month, except for next month because of the Pajama Regional. But other than that, we're going to do it like that with that consistency and having a theme. I'm going to try to get more of my teammates to take the lead and do the presentations to get them out there. And I'm just so excited because the first one went so well, even though we didn't have a lot of people agree to come like that were our friends. We were able to go through the library and just recruit people. Hey, you want to come, have some healthy treats? So it was really neat, and I'm really excited for us to get outside of our circle because I know that's going to create a little FOMO for the people that we have been talking to. Like, hey, wait a minute, they're getting all of these other people in the community involved, and they're all excited for these events. I want to check that out as well. So that's been, just really exciting for us. So I encourage you all to just, get out of your comfort zone. Just like Robin said, she didn't know how she was going to make the soup exchange work, but she still did it. And that's the beauty with the events in this business. You just give it a try and you make it work. And if it maybe doesn't turn out perfect, people relate with you more because they're like, oh, hey, I didn't know if I could do it either. And they went out there and did it. So it's all good. Just as long as you're out there and reaching people and looking to, educate them, and then you're winning and it's working out. So yeah, it's been good. So does anybody else have any fun ideas or fun events coming up that they'd like to share?
I don't have any events, but I have a question.
Okay.
Can you remind me about the probiotics? What the deal was with the probiotics? Are they in the capsules or the gummies, or can you remind me of that, because I can't remember?
Yeah, so the probiotics are in the orchard and garden capsules. They're not in the vineyard capsules, and they're not in the gummies. And the reason I always heard why they're not in the gummies is because you can't, it would like eat the gummy. So that's why that it's not in there. Doesn't sound very science. I know, like, does anyone else have a more like good reason, or is that just the way it is? Because that's how my brain has heard it and I remember it. But yeah, so it's always in the orchard and the garden capsule.
And so is there enough in there that they don't need to take an additional probiotic? You know, if somebody's already like, oh, I take a probiotic, I mean, is it?
Well, I think it depends on why they're taking the probiotic. I know, like, when we heard Dr. Phillips talk, you know, sometimes people will need to go on a probiotic, but it's more of a, you know, a short-term thing. So I would say most people that I've talked with do not take an additional probiotic. Like, it's enough. And we got to remember that all those fruits and vegetables are prebiotic. So they are feeding the good bacteria that you already have. So the probiotic is adding more good bacteria, and then the prebiotic is feeding them and keeping them healthy. So, and I don't know if you might just want to double check the Dr. Mitra Ray site. She might have a little bit more scientific explanation of it, but that is what my brain remembers from the different trainings that I've heard.
All right, thanks.
I have an event that I've been doing.
Ooh, yeah.
Do you want me to tell you about it?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay.
Yes, tell us.
The people that I do my salad jar parties with, they don't have kids who like salads. My kid also does not like salads. He's very texture sensitive. So we wanted a way to get the kids more involved in our parties. And so we started adding a roasted vegetable party to our salad parties. So we let our kids choose what vegetable they want to bring. And we made jars just like our salads. And we had like Brussels sprouts and broccoli and cauliflower and okra. Let's see. I can't remember the other things, carrots, I think. And so all the kids got to make that. And then I just sent them home with the instruction to put a little olive oil in the jar, shake it all up, and put it on a roasting pan and, you know, cook it for about 25 minutes in the oven. And it turned out really well. And like the kids loved it. And it was a really good way to get them involved, even though they're not a big fan of salads. So.
That is awesome, Brandy. I love it. I love anything that, you know, gets the kids involved, and I bet they were super excited to have their own little jars of, these are my vegetables.
Yep.
That's awesome. I love it. Love it, love it. I've heard, you know, this would go over well in Wisconsin right about now, but people doing like popsicle parties with the smoothies, you know, and the same thing, then the kids are excited and it's getting them involved. I think that is just awesome. So yeah, I never thought about that one. That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, so we are quick tonight. We just have a few more minutes. Then we'll start our dance party and we will get on our qualifiers call.
Hey, I have a question, Lisa.
Yeah.
Could we talk a little bit about the Memphis trip? Who all's planning to go and kind of what it's going to entail? Because I know I have some team on here who I don't think know much about it.
Yeah. As I say, I don't know a lot about it. I just know that it's going to be awesome, and I want to be there.
Yeah. So what it sounds like is 9 o'clock in the morning on Friday is kind of like the go time. So a lot of the head people at
I'm just looking at the date. So it's Friday, February 16th.
Friday, February 16th. So at 9 o'clock sharp, some of the head salespeople and coordinators are there all week for a special training. They do it once a week. They're once a month for a week, and they're leaving Friday morning. So they're only going to be there like Friday morning time for us to talk with. So 9 o'clock is going to be the start at corporate, and that'll take most of that day. And it's almost like doing a mini queue. So there's a possibility to do a distribution center. They don't know, but we'll be able to sit down and meet, go through the corporate office, meet the people you talk to when you call, and some of the other regional coordinators and regional managers that are in charge. And then they have a group rate at a hotel. I think it's if you're looking at going, they have a Voxer chat started. And then it sounds like Saturday.
And there's a Facebook.
And there's a Facebook event
that gives
too.
the information on the hotel and everything.
Yeah, so there it gives you a little bit more about the information, flying in, how to get where you need to go. Saturday is going to be more training at the hotel. So they'll be doing some different training sessions. And then it sounds like Saturday night is a fun night out. So for those of you that are going to be staying Saturday, I know some are leaving to get back home for Sunday, but Saturday will the trainings will go at the hotel, and Saturday afternoon they'll kind of be done, and then it'll be kind of more of a relax and fun night out. They don't really have anything planned for Friday night yet in terms of anything like on a schedule, but I assume with a bunch of cool people getting together, we'll find something fun to do as you go through there. So if you are coming in or driving Friday morning, that 9 o'clock sharp, they're going to hold to that. I know we're looking for flights right now, and the earliest we can get there on Friday morning is 10 o'clock in the morning, so we got to look at Thursday night flights because we'd end up, not being there and missing through there. And then there's nothing planned on Sunday. Sunday is a pure travel day. So if you are leaving Sunday, got a flights or whatever, it's pretty much going to be on you for getting things ready depending on whenever you're leaving.
And it's about a half an hour drive from the airport to corporate too, just to have that in your mind for
travel.
But yeah, there's a Voxer chat. So if you're thinking about it and you want more information, let us know and we can get you added to that Voxer chat. And then if something happens, you can always remove yourself. But yeah, it sounds really awesome. I don't know that other groups have organized this or done this.
This is a first time deal, other than, Q School. They do it for Q School, but this is kind of a first time, and then they kind of, if you are, going or you've committed or you're there, they kind of want to know too, just for letting corporate know. But you have to remember there's 5 NMDs and their teams are all invited. So this is anybody that is on Team Together. They sign up tomorrow. They are now eligible to go. They sign up on, February 14th. They're eligible to go, and if they've been around with Allie since day one, but then there's 4 other NMD teams that are going to be inviting people too. So it'll be a big crowd, and you're going to be able to get some sideline, friends going depending on where you're coming from, and being able to do some networking and connecting. So it's definitely more than just Team Together going, even though when Team Together gets together, that's always a good time for those of you that were at conference. But yeah, it should be an amazing learning experience because those that are on the Cherry Bomb calls and on different things, we get enlightened every week with the knowledge that this group has, in a face-to-face and trainings. It's going to be definitely an important, thing to take a look at to consider to go if you can make it.
I was going to say too quick, the Pajama Regional that you mentioned, isn't it it's January 5th and 6th?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. For those of you that maybe haven't done one before, and it's only $5 to, if you're gonna have an event at your house, you can just get together with a team that's local to you, and just to keep the lines down to a minimum, because they only have a certain number of them. So not every single person is paying $5. It's $5 fee. Have it at your house. I think it's maybe Friday, I don't know, I'll have to look at the details, but Friday afternoon.
Friday night they go for about 3 hours. I want to say it's like 4:30 to 6, somewhere in that kind of range. And then Saturday, I know for like Central Time, because it's actually, you have to take a look there. The actual invite is at Central Time. For us, I want to say it's like 9 to 2 on Saturday. So what we did for the last one is we actually had like a taco party. That was pre us not eating as much, but anyways. Yeah, sorry.
We had vegan options.
We had vegan options. Anyways, so we had kind of a taco party and then sat around, and our TV one worked, so we literally sat around the computer, so that didn't work out. So now we have better plans for this one. And then Saturday, we're going to actually have some fun events. We're going to make it more of a training, and then when there's breaks, we're going to do team bonding and fun events and give some things away to kind of get the team to stay more than just we're all sitting on the couch staring at a screen all day. But that, I know the last one, there was a ton of knowledge that came out of there, and ideas and things for events. And, this is kind of like going, to Branson or going to the Seattle. You don't have to leave, but you're going to get that same amount of information and leave just as inspired.
Yeah, so definitely talk to the team and the sidelines that you have around you and figure out who's going to host, and we'll get the more information will come up as it gets closer on how to register for that. But yeah, it's really good training. And I know they said the lineup this year is just ridiculous. Like, it's just awesome leaders in our company. So yeah, you're definitely want to be in on that, and it's fun as a team anyway. So all right, well, I'm going to stop the recording so that Rachel can fire up some music so we can have a dance party quick.